No!
You doing it for attention, bro? If you didn't feel like Etika did, you don't got depression, my dude. You don't got depression. You're doing it for attention.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Darkness, and I am DarknessStone. This video is going to be a little bit more frustrating to deal with, so I will skip the history portion of this video, but I will give you some context. Just know the person who we are talking about today, JayStation, makes clickbait 3 AM videos that only work on a small audience with his mediocre acting, and trust me, that is a compliment. He's also profited off the death of 2 other people by doing 3 AM Ouija board videos of them in less than a day after their deaths. And that's if you need to know what kind of person we're talking about. This will be a reaction commentary, and I will stop the video when I need to say something. And I'm going to say, I got extremely frustrated while watching these 2 videos, so bad that my ass cheeks almost fell off from clenching them so much. These videos were made after the sad passing of a YouTuber and streamer known as Etika, who died from a suicide after battling mental illness for years. I'm going to admit this here. I didn't know Etika personally. I didn't talk to him on a regular basis. But I was trying to keep up with his streams when I was really into Super Smash Bros. And the Nintendo Directs. I was scared for his mental health when Keemstar baited it out for views. When I heard he was missing, I was scared for him and worried for his family. Then when I heard he passed, I almost cried. But I was able to keep myself together because I was in a public situation when I heard, and I shouldn't have been crying in a public place. Then, this awesome raccoon-looking ass commentator known as Combat Wombat brought this asshole to my attention. Since Combat Wombat made a video, I'm going to link it in the description, more shit has come out and more feces have been flung to make this whole section of YouTube look like a chimpanzee exhibit. Now my fangirling about this commentator and the basics are now out of the way, and I will cut parts I like or when he begins to repeat himself, so let's begin. The video was originally titled Etika Ouija Board Challenge at 3 AM Gone Wrong in all caps, so he's back to his usual shit, baiting out death and putting Gone Wrong in the title, because you know Gone Wrong makes everyone's eyes bulge in curiosity and he needs to get the mad clicks.
What's poppin', guys? I just got back from the middle of nowhere in an insane asylum.
No one cares where you came from, probably from another stupid and fake video.
I checked Twitter right now, and I saw the most horrific news I've ever seen, man. Honestly, guys, and it comes from comments on my YouTube channel telling me, Jay, you better not do the Ouija board on Etika. Hell no, I'm not gonna do the Ouija board on Etika, bruh.
Finally, you have some common sense and some form of humility. I wish that would have stuck through the rest of this video.
You know what, man? I see a lot of these YouTubers tweeting about Etika. Oh, you're my best friend. Oh, this guy's the greatest. I see people making YouTube videos about it, bro.
Yeah, they make videos because they care about him and also want to preserve his memory in a positive light, despite the way he went out. They aren't pulling what you do on a fresh corpse. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm putting the point across.
They not doing shit, bro.
Excuse me?
So what? Your YouTube video don't have ads, bro? Donate to that shit. If you're not donating to Etika or his family or mental health when you're tweeting about it, or you're making a YouTube video about it, you doing it for attention, bro.
Sir, are you dumb? People show their condolences without seeking attention. Also, many people, including myself, aren't making money off clickbaiting fake videos and buying houses. Some of us can't afford to donate. We're all not so privileged, so we share our condolences. I'm sure Etika's family seeing all the positive words are helping them. Money isn't the only thing that matters, you greedy fuck.
So when you gonna get mad at me for the Ouija board, you're doing the same shit.
We get mad at you for the Ouija shit because you're blatantly and badly acting like their spirits are real and going to do shit to you. They aren't acting like Etika's ghost is gonna hurt them.
Look, man, I almost died like a week ago, bro. For real, bruh. I'm up in my car right now. I'm ready to die, bro. I feel like I'm gonna get murdered, bruh. You know what that feels like?
I actually do. Because I've actually been held at gunpoint before, and I've been mugged before. That happens when you walk in Atlanta alone or you go grocery shopping late at night. You, on the other hand, have not. For those curious, he's referencing a video he posted a week or 2 before where he supposedly got robbed. And that's where he got this wicked ass eye from. He was trying to use it to play the victim. His story wasn't believable, like most of his content, and people have been able to poke flaws at his story. And he's also refusing to put out the police report. And he's telling us to trust him on his word, like it actually means something. His robbery is fake, just like him caring about Etika. But we'll get into that later.
And then people are saying online that that shit is fake.
It is, just like all of your content.
I don't want people to make YouTube videos about me. Okay, if I thought I was about to die. And in my brain, I thought about, man, are people gonna think this is a joke? What are they gonna do, man? I thought I was legit about to die. And I'm like, man, they better not do no freaking Ouija board about me, bruh. That really had me thinking, bruh.
Well, too bad. It's the internet. People like me are gonna call you out on your bullshit when you do something shitty. And I find it funny how while you were being supposedly robbed, the things you thought about were people making videos on you. When I was mugged and held at gunpoint, you know what I thought of? My family, my friends, not my fucking stupid reputation on the internet. It makes everything feel fake. You should really script your videos so you don't say shit like this. For about 30 seconds after this, he keeps stating about how real this shit is and how Etika really jumped off a fucking bridge and talked about how YouTubers are people. Like we don't know that already.
Robin Williams, man, okay? Money don't make you happy. Just because you got followers doesn't mean you're not a real human being with real emotions.
That's one thing I can agree with you on, Jay. Followers don't make you less of a person. You're still human. You, Jay, are human. A shitty one, but still one.
I looked up Etika as soon as I heard about it, and I saw a bunch of comments, bunch of video, like people made actual videos about Keemstar.
Yeah, because he used Etika's mental illness for views and egged him on, calling him weak when he was already in a bad mental state, egging him on. Daniel did really bad shit and people were calling him out on it. Hell, I would be making a video on him if I haven't already done that.
YouTubers just putting, I'm depressed, guys. I'm depressed. I'm breaking down. I got depression. Or I do something bad. It's because I was depressed. He's hard on that shit because you know what? It's true, bro. These YouTubers are doing this, making 5 different videos about being depressed. Bro, I'm sad too, bro. But I'm not about to say I got depression, dude. Because you know what, man? If you didn't feel like Etika did, you don't got depression, my dude. You don't got depression. You're doing it for attention.
Excuse me? No, excuse me. Are you telling me you think you can't be depressed unless you're ready to jump off a bridge? Jay, shit for brains. If you think that's how depression works, then your brain is as stale as your fucking content. Depression comes in levels, different types, which cause different treatments, and hell, different coping mechanisms. Hell, I'm clinically depressed. So am I magically cured because you say so? You shouldn't even begin to start fucking talking about depression if you have such an incorrect version of it in your head. If your girlfriend or wife comes up to you and say, Jay, I'm feeling depressed. Oh, are you gonna make her kill herself to prove it to you? You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, you inked swine.
I want to say I'm sorry for making this Mac Miller Ouija board video, the X video. I want to say I'm so sorry, bro. Because it's not till recently, this like last week, and Etika, where I really thought about it. It makes me disgusted of what I did.
Good. You should feel awful. Kai said it took a false break-in and someone dying in your own genre to do that, but hey, it's a first step. And for the next couple minutes, he keeps claiming that if you talk about someone's death without giving money, you're doing it for attention. But I already proved my point on that. And before you ask, Jay did donate $2.5 grand.
I want to say I'm sorry again. I'm never going to make that Ouija board video about nobody that dies, man. This shit is not a joke.
Doubt it. You make shit content that begs for attention. If it will get you money, you will do it. I wonder how much of those moles hold up the next bill cycle.
Etika has a real mom right there mourning, bro. I did not know Etika. I didn't even watch his videos, dude.
Remember that for later. Remember that he does not know Etika before all of this. That's the end of the first video, and you could tell how stuck up and how fucking stupid this person is. He claims anyone who talks about Etika without donating is doing it for attention. Yet he doesn't seem to understand a lot of people don't have the expendable income like that. Did Jay not fucking take economics? Did he not get an education?
Knowledge.
Now, his next video was posted after a huge amount of backlash that he got. Let's watch him backpedal into a cavern with spikes, shall we?
And before I start the video today, I want to say rest in peace to Etika. This man changed my life forever.
Apparently Etika changed his life. Funny that, because you said you didn't know who he was until about 24 hours ago. Funny how lying changes stories, huh? And then he spouts how much he donated and about how this whole situation touched him.
Whether you come and see me as hate or you come and you see me as love, my goal is to influence you.
Dude, with the way you're looking right now, you look like you're trying to influence me into the back of your unmarked white van.
Into donating as well. So I want to take today, this time, to clear up all of the misunderstanding that's gone on from my last video.
Again, not everyone can donate, and dude, it's going to take an assload of stuff to make up for what your last video did, but I'll hear you out. He then talks about donating all the incense from the last video to Etika's mom's charity of choice. It's a good start, but you still have me wanting to punch you in the mouth. Let's see if you can change my opinion on that.
I never wanted to capitalize on Etika's death or suicide in general.
Doubt. You did the same thing twice before. I know if you have gotten away with it this time, you would have.
This topic connects with me so deep. I want to talk to as many people as I can about this topic.
But only the people who can afford to donate, right? All the others are just looking for attention in your eyes. Isn't that what you said?
If you're not donating to Etika or his family or mental health when you're tweeting about it or you're making a YouTube video about it, you're doing it for attention, bro. I feel like so many YouTubers just remove the ads out of respect, but I feel like the real respect is to contribute to the cause of mental illness.
I get where you're coming from there, but you have no idea about mental illness. Right now you're just using it to make yourself look better. Because you told anyone who was depressed that their feelings aren't real unless they're actively trying to kill themselves last video. And yes, I will keep bringing that up because it pisses me off to no end.
These YouTubers, your favorite YouTubers, are millionaires. And they can't donate $1.
The vibe of, I donated so I'm much better than you and I care more in turn, is coming up strong here. Unless you can prove that without a doubt, and you can be sure that those big YouTubers didn't donate discreetly or anonymously, shut the fuck up. You're acting like you're better than everyone else when you're being a toxic waste dump of a person already.
The only reason why I'm bringing up what just happened to me the other week is because it all relates to why this Etika story has affected me so much. It's very relevant to what is going on.
Yes, let's make this about you and not Etika again. Look, I don't give a shit about your false break-in, okay? Don't use it as an excuse to say I have seen the light or some bullshit.
It could have been me that was dead last week.
No, it wouldn't have. And you being robbed wouldn't have made it as tragic as Etika, no matter what. What do you think is more severe? Someone dying in a house robbery or someone jumping off a bridge? They're both bad, but one was built up for so long and it cascaded into a tearful goodbye. Etika was suffering for fucking months. The robbery would have been done in a flash. It's far from the same. And Jay, you are far from the same influence as Etika. Etika had a good influence on the community, while you're just shit. I'm not trying to be overly blunt here, but I'm sure people would use the 3 a.m. challenge on you as some sort of karmic justice.
And if my mom was standing up there on my YouTube video and crying, would you be saying this to her?
About 2 days ago, I made a video calling out this douchebag piece of shit named Jason, who made a video where he pretends that he was beaten and robbed and nearly killed. It's all very fake, and I called it out and took a shit on it, made fun of it.
Would you be telling her that it's all fake? Would you be telling her to show police reports and make a new video about it? You know how painful that would be?
No, we wouldn't, because it means the robbery would have been real and you would have actually died. And someone wouldn't be able to prove it as fake because you were actually a corpse when you were laying on the ground. You're trying to make your story seem more legit by trying to guilt trip us with your mom's emotions. It's not gonna work. The reason people want police reports is because you're acting, your show of the robbery, and your wounds are suspicious at best. If you were dead on the floor, people wouldn't be questioning it. Do you not know how logic works? It's because you're using the victim card again. Just like my thumbnail.
I feel like my last video was taken the complete wrong way based on the title and the thumbnail.
No, it was mostly because of things you say and how you say them. Like, people don't care unless they donate, even if they can't afford it. Or how people aren't really depressed until they're ready to blow their brains out.
What people comment to you in the chats can deeply affect you.
Some people, yeah, but some people like myself have thick skin when it comes to that. People shouldn't let negative stuff like that get to them.
I had 50,000 people tell me I should die yesterday, that I don't know what depression is. You don't really know me.
Oh, I know enough about you to know that you don't know what depression is. You make it quite clear in your first video. I agree that they shouldn't have told you to die, but it doesn't mean they don't have the right to call you out and call you names. Like, I called you pathetic on Twitter, because you are.
So before I end the video, I just want to tell you guys that I really did almost die last week.
Give proof or no one and nor I will believe you. You've lied enough to already sully your word.
Would my mom be crying? And you be telling how much of a shitty person I am for faking this video? When it wasn't fake?
Again, only the word isn't fake. This isn't it. And I will eat my words if it is real. but I doubt it. Hell, I would tell your mom now that you are a shitty person, but I wouldn't speak ill of the dead. I mean, someone who exploits people's deaths for YouTube views and monetary gain is shitty, right? Like how you did.
Before, I didn't think there was anything wrong. I'm gonna be real, or I wouldn't have done it. I never want to do bad things, man. I'm just gonna be real. If I did it, it's because I didn't think it was a big deal.
You just talked about your mom, and now you're saying that you wouldn't have made those Ouija board videos if you knew they were bad. I'm pretty sure any good mother would teach you not to speak ill of the dead, or try to use their deaths for monetary gain. Plus, the internet told you it was a bad idea the first time. You should have learned.
And no, I'm not a disgusting piece of shit, bro. No, I'm not. I care more than a lot of these people.
Bullshit. You were shitty, because you keep badgering people for not donating. And you still haven't made up for all the depression comments.
Oh, Etika was my family.
Ha! If you say so, you didn't know who he was until 24 hours ago by your own words.
I did not know Etika. I didn't even watch his videos, dude.
Those were the 2 videos he posted so far upon writing the script. And he isn't done. He went to Combat Wombat's combat section, telling him he should donate a large amount. And I'm going to say, I don't know his financial stats. But with the subs and views Wombat has, I doubt he can just drop $1,000 out of the blue. Hell, I can barely send $1. Now Jay is throwing himself a pity party in his comments. He says in one of his comments that the channels that were calling his almost death robbery fake, they can make videos about him when he actually dies because it's their fault. Man, nothing but a hot cup of guilt trip in the morning. Called me out of my bullshit. Guess what? Now if I die, it's your fault. He then says YouTube needs to ban commentary channels. Like, really? People call you out on your shit and you're just like, we need to ban. I'm sure if they were doing this to someone you don't like, you'd be cheering them on. Hell, if they were focusing on Keemstar and not you, I'm pretty sure you would be cheering them on. He's pushing most of the hate on Penguin Zero and Ordinary Gamers because they're some of the biggest channels who covered it, and he can't handle it. It's sad, really. In conclusion, JayStation's a person with no understanding of mental illness, and he only cares about it when he gives himself the moral high ground, if this situation has anything to say about it. He says that you aren't depressed until you're ready to kill yourself, and he says that to his child audience, who are the major audience for people who watch his kind of content. When he starts getting called out for it, he starts saying it was the people who called out his fake stories fault for when he really does die. He is that amount of petty. If we give him another sprinkle, he will explode. I would say to avoid him at all costs. His morals are flawed and his ideals are tragic. This is the end of the video. Donate to Etika's charity. Go subscribe to Combat Wombat. And remember,